What's up? What's going on? Ooh. What's up, Marco? Marco, your live stream the other day was very interesting. I do have some questions about it. Probably. You know what I'm saying? Well, I couldn't tell if you were really mad at Toscano or because I agreed with you on some of the Toscano stuff, but I disagreed when you started talking about Kuhn and Jay Young and those guys. I know you're friends with them, but when they wrong people, you got to kind of put them in the same category. You know what I'm saying? That was just my question I wanted to ask you, but you know, you looked pretty heated, so I just listened. It was quite interesting. Yeah, last week wasn't a stellar fucking week here at JST Trucking. I'm gonna tell you, we had several issues that I conquered and overcame, but you know, yeah. So that was just my questions, Marco. Ugh. Okay. It was revenge for Doo-Doo Head. I got it. You know what I'm saying? I understood. That's what I kind of thought it was, because you seem pretty pissed. You know, yeah, you seem pretty pissed. So I listened for 45 minutes. It was great. I actually listened to it driving home. It was quite awesome. It provided me 45 minutes of entertainment, and then I watched Toscano's, and that provided me the rest of the drive home entertainment. You know, yeah, it was good entertainment. The organizers for the trucks are absolutely awesome. I highly, highly recommend them. For 40 bucks, that's the best system you can get. By far. Everything's in there. None of them have broken. Anything like that. So that's good. Truck tomorrow. 96 R model Mac 300,000 tandem axle, so it's a tri-axle. All right, for 32 grand. That's really about a 25 or 20 grand truck, depending on where you live. Nope, nobody has had any complaints on the regen. To be honest with you, when it comes to that DEF stuff, buy the Peak Blue, okay? My trucks, you don't have to pull over to stop and regen. They'll regen driving down the road. No problem. While you're sitting at the paver, it'll regen. Not an issue. Run good DEF fluid, and you'll have less fucking DEF problems. Less regen problems. Also, teach your drivers not to lug the engines down. When you lug the engines down, they're dumping a lot of fuel, and it'll fucking clog up the filters, you know, really fast. I mean, you know, like when you lug an engine down, it doesn't really good. When you get it to where it has the right fuel and air ratio, it won't clog up as bad. Yeah, I do need to make a Mountain Dew delivery video. I thought about that, you know, their Frontier. I'll do that at some point. I'm driving one of the new ones. Yeah, keep them wound up. You don't want to lug them, because that puts, you know, you get the air-fuel ratio off, and that's what rolls the black coal out of there. You know, it's kind of common sense. And don't idle them a lot, you know, because it's not running on boost. For that conveyor belt, I pay $600 or for the converter. What are you talking about? Conveyor belt? I pay $600 for 30 feet of it. But I found this other stuff. It's Buna, and it's a little bit more temperature. I bought 50 feet of that for fucking $400. So I think I'm going to go with that. It's a little bit thicker. I'll see when it gets here. All most paving companies only run tandems. We run fucking 6-axle shit around here. No, actually, the automatics are actually easier to keep wound up. The Allisons stay wound tight, man. As soon as you hit the gas, those things fucking boost up. They're quite interesting. The Allison, that's a good damn transmission. If they had an 8-speed, that would solve all the problems with the Allison transmission, all of them. Then that would be the go-to truck transmission. It needs to be an 8-speed or a 10-speed. If they could figure out how to do that, just so it doesn't have such big wide ratios in it, you got something going on there. That would be what I would tell them to do. If Allison Transmissions wanted to listen to me, that's what I would tell them to do. You know, that's my genius. I already took it to Jim. Already put it in. I took it over to Diesel Yoda's shop. He stabbed her in one day. So all right. So this week, no, we didn't get much rain. This week, one of the drivers backed into the fucking to the burn box too fast, and fucked the brake chamber all up. It broke the spider off the fucking housing. It did all kinds of damage, about $1,800. Okay, then the dipshit, I finally get the truck back Friday. Then the dipshit's got about fucking 3 tons of grinding stuck in the motherfucker. And I tell him to go back to the shop, chisel it out. It'll be a lot easier. And so he gets the grindings out. Then he drives out of the fucking shop with the fucking bed up. You know. Why, I'm screaming on the phone for him to stop because I was talking to him and I'm watching him on the camera and I'm yelling, "Stop, you stupid fuck." All right? I don't know how. I was like, you got to be the dumbest motherfucker I've... What we've come to find out is that this is going to be my project. I am going to make him perfect if it doesn't fucking kill me. Okay? Fuck. I'm going to make him perfect. I'm going to fucking teach him how to be fucking truck drivers. So I got 2 new guys starting next week. After those guys start, we are having a meeting next Saturday. And we are going to be fucking checklisting, and they're going to be reporting to fucking me every fucking day before they go home. There's going to be pictures, okay? You're going to take pictures of your bed. And if it's not to my satisfaction, you're going to fucking chip it out right there. I don't give a fuck if your wife is telling you you got to be home for dinner. I'm going to make you fucking perfect. Okay? Kind of like Days of Thunder. All right? When Harry Hyde told Cole Trickle, okay, I want you to hit the pace car. These guys are going to fucking be perfect. Okay? If we're going to break everything, we're going to break everything on the fucking truck. I don't give a shit. But we're going to fucking fix the fucking problems, because I had a meeting with a guy and I just asked him, I said, are you on drugs or are you do you have complete shit for brains? And he said, no, I'm not on drugs. So I said, okay, I guess you have shit for brains. I said, what is it going to take for you to get your head out of your fucking ass? Okay, out of your ass. And I said, my wife talked me out of fucking choking you till you almost died. Okay, do you understand that? So now I'm making daily sheets that they have to check off. Okay? And, you know, what the new rule is that they have to do fucking, they have to check off fucking everything pre-trip in the truck, everything. And if they fucking say, they do a post-trip and they say the truck is good for the next shift, and then the next guy finds something on his pre-trip, you fucking bought it, okay? That means you paid for whatever. Michael Jones, we're going to find out if you can't fix stupid, because I think you can. I think you can. I think that if you're just so far in their ass where they won't make any fucking mistakes, then, you know, I'm gonna fix it. It's becoming a fucking project, okay? I decided that I don't have enough fucking projects. I'm gonna take on this fucking project. You know, because I feel bad. The guy's got 4 kids, and one is special needs and all that shit, and I don't want to throw him out on the street, okay? So we're gonna make him we're gonna fucking fix him. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to get him in the pocketbook. I don't pay them $15. I mean, this dude's making almost fucking... The dude makes like $20 an hour. I mean, fuck. You know what I'm saying? We're going to fix it. We're going to fix it, Michael. I know that, you know, I'm going to fucking try. You know, I had Nick work on him Saturday. I told him that whatever Nick does, you do. If Nick drives 45 miles an hour to the job site, you drive 45 miles an hour to the job site. If Nick stop and get lunch, you stop and get lunch. Okay? If Nick fucking sprays his bed down, you spray your fucking bed down. If he scrapes the lip off, you scrape your fucking lip off. Get out of the fucking truck, motherfucker. Walk around. Yeah, I know he'll quit. That's what I want. I'm going to make him either fucking be so aggravated that he doesn't want to come in and I'll find somebody else, or just fucking think, you know. I'm doing all right today. Yeah, Nick is the driver foreman. We're slowly working into that. That's going to be part of the meeting, okay? Is we're having... If Nick says that you're a fucking idiot, then you're a fucking idiot. But, you know, Nick doesn't like to tell people what to do because he's not their boss. But I'm going to have to give him that power to be so far up in their ass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I told him. And Nick said he did all right Saturday, but somebody's got to be with him. He's not allowed to go into any jobs by himself. He can't do that anymore, so... I'll have to always put him with somebody. Yeah, you should have seen me Friday. Like, I was in here screaming. It reminded me of my dad, and I didn't, you know, I didn't like that. But I felt better after we left, and, you know, fuck, it was great. Yeah, Nick already is the highest paid driver. Nick's probably the highest paid driver that works out there. I know people are always trying to hire him. Well, this, I also told him this. I also, yeah, cussing somebody out is a great release. All right. I also told him this. I asked him how much money I make a month. That means how much do I pay myself when at the end of the month. I asked him that. I said, what do you think I make a month? And I said, you already know that I'm here 7 days a week, almost 12 hours a day. How much do you think I bring home? And he fucking goes, I don't know. I said, give me a number. He goes, 10 grand. And I fucking laughed at his face. I said, 10 fucking grand, you're out of your goddamn mind. I said, I paid myself $1,500 to $2,250. I said, it varies on how much YouTube money I get. Okay? I said, there is not that kind of money. I said, how much do you think the insurance is a month here? I said, how much do you think I pay for insurance? He said, I don't know, probably $4,000. I laughed at his face again. I said, you don't have a fucking clue. I said, it's $15,000 a month. I said, it's due fucking on the 27th of the month. If you would like to chip in, let me know. But it's 15 grand, okay? I said, do you see how fucking that all the money gets eaten up here? You know what I'm saying? You dumb fucks. You know, they're like, well, you just keep buying trucks. I was like, yeah, I keep buying trucks. You know what I'm saying? So I could fucking get ahead. You know, goddamn. Fuck. Marco, I've done the same thing. I've gone weeks without paying myself. Weeks. Yeah, 9. I don't think that's great. Yeah, I make less than $5 an hour. I don't even know what it is. I've never even calculated it. You know, fucking stupid. Just wish people would understand. You know. Yeah, I mean, how much does shit cost? Yeah, I get late enough. I can get that anytime I want it. You know. Oh, yeah, no, I already know what the math was this week. I know we didn't make any money. I need to put Nick in charge and take a vacation. We might do that this winter. You know, we might do that this winter. Just say, here's the phone, Nick. Fucking, I want to see if you can handle it. If I get back here and all the shit's in one piece, I'll be fucking shocked. I don't really overwork myself. You got to understand, I'm used to that type of schedule. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to 100-hour weeks. You know, like I wouldn't even know what to do with myself if I work 40 hours. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what that's like. Because I haven't done it in so fucking long, you know, that it's great. Yeah, we just maintenanced all the trucks today. That's what I did. I've been here. I had to put a wheel seal in the red truck. The wheel seal was all fucked up, and I figured out why. The bearings didn't fit. It was a brand new fucking truck. I don't know what the fuck. Peterbilt must have just shoved them fucking on. And so I think that's, the wheel seal got loose and started leaking, so I had to fix that. Yeah, it's really not hard work to do that type of hours. I'm used to it. Like I said, I mean, it's ingrained in me, you know? Like back drag racing, we used to work from 7 in the morning till fucking midnight every night. Every fucking day. At the racetrack, it would be sometimes longer than that. Just depends on how much shit you tore up. And you had to be fucking perfect on 0 sleep, hungover, where you were about ready to fucking puke. Okay, and I mean, you just get ingrained to fucking that type of thing. It's hard to stop. It's very difficult. Like when other people leave drag racing and you talk to guys that left, the biggest thing is adjusting to the real world. It's kind of like getting out of prison. You know what I'm saying? You're ingrained to do something so long and so perfect that when you come out here, you know, it's kind of like, oh fuck, you know, goddamn, this is kind of boring. You know, like you want me to leave at 3 o'clock? Like, what the fuck am I gonna do the rest of the day? You know, I thought I was gonna have to go get dinner and come back. You know, or is somebody gonna buy me dinner, like order pizzas, and then we're gonna stay here? You know what I'm saying? Till fucking fuck. You know what? Fuck. There'll be more repair videos. I didn't film anything today. Today was just about getting fucking shit done. But there was a guy that asked about how much money does it average to run a dump truck business. Depends on how many trucks you got. Really depends. One truck, you're gonna make in this region. One truck, you're gonna make anywhere from $2,500 to I've made as much as $9,000 in one truck. That's double shifting, and that was 7 days a week, and I haven't done that since 2015. But you know, it costs some trivial amount of money. I would say on average, each of our months, well, just with the 4 trucks, was probably about 102 grand is what we averaged gross, and we spent average 85,000 a month. So you can see that there's not much left over if you have any fucking pits, you know, any fucking problems, you're kind of fucked. No, it wasn't hard finding a workforce when I was a one-man band. It was hard to find the right people, to be honest with you. I mean, I got lucky that Nick wanted to come over and work here, and that's been about the best thing that's happened to me. You know, him being here so long has, you know, jumped up my credibility and stuff like that. But, you know. Yep, Tuesday we were out of the quarry there in Centerville, Martin Marietta. Yep, the white one was there. That's the day that he broke the fucking brake chamber. So that was that day. Well, I've never had that problem where I've had trucks sitting there. You know what I'm saying? I've never had that problem to where I couldn't find somebody. Usually I can find somebody. You know what I'm saying? Your broker is 60 days out on your money? I wouldn't work for that guy. I don't know what you should do. Nah, don't call and make threats. That's only gonna make it worse. What you got to do is you got to get your fucking money and then get the fuck out of there, because you know there's no place that fucking there's no place that should be that far out. What's up, Blake? I do not road test guys. I have a guy named Mike that works night shift. He does all the training here. 60 days out. You can do what Michael Jones said in factoring, but I wouldn't. I'm not big into that. I would fucking get your fucking money. You know. Yeah, they were berming. Yeah, they were dumping in a berm box. I think we're back up there Monday. We're somewhere out of... Yeah, factoring is the last resort. Don't do it if you don't have to. Yeah, Midwest Cat, 60 days. Let me ask you a question. What was the usual pay? Because if you've worked for him 4 months, and you know what I'm saying, has he always paid you 60 days behind? Yeah, they did the other side the next day. I wasn't up there. Yeah, I fucking know what you're talking about, bud. Been there. You know what I'm saying? I've never been 60 days. The longest we have to wait is 3 weeks. That's why I don't work for brokers, man. I will not fucking do it. I will not fucking be a broker truck. Yeah, something ain't wrong if he paid every 30 days. Now it's 60 days out. You know, fuck that. 3 weeks is really not a sweat for me. Uh, 30 days would be a sweat, but I don't fucking, I don't broker. Yeah, they're using your money. I don't broker for anybody. It ain't gonna fucking happen. If I don't work directly for the company, I won't work for you. I'm not doing it. Because I know that, you know, you got to fight with their fucking to get their money. I ain't playing that game. William, I think he was backing up pretty quick from what I was told. Yeah, Midwest, you better call them. Have they answered your phone calls? I'd call them. Or I'd show up Monday and demand my shit. Uh, Dump trucks for asphalt. Okay, I recommend a steel bed over over fucking aluminum beds when you first start out. Okay, here in Cincinnati, you want to get a 21 to 22 footer. You want to have 3 lift axles just because of the thing. You can get away with a quad, but you know, make sure if it's a quad, you want 13,000-pound lift axles. If it's a 6-axle, you can take you know, 10,000 pounders or 8,000 pounders. It's really not that difference. You want to make sure you have a double frame truck, and you want to have Hendrickson rubber block suspension. That's about what is the best. Chalmers, there's a Chalmers suspension. That's pretty good too. It's a rubber block stuff. You don't want air ride on asphalt trucks. You don't want, you know, you want a 20,000-pound front for sure. You want it to be heavy haul truck basically, because if you haul asphalt, you're going to haul grindings at some point, and you're going to have 30 ton on you. So good luck. The number one thing that I would change when I started my business, that's a good question. What would that be? I probably wouldn't have spent so much on infrastructure at the beginning. I should have bought more trucks, but hindsight 2020, I don't think I would change much of anything. You know, the infrastructure has set me up now to where when I have multiple truck, it's been a lot easier, to be honest with you. But, you know, I probably wouldn't have infrastructured as much as I did. But that's just my mistake. You know, that's really kind of live and learn. But the infrastructure that I do have has paid off. You know, it'll pay off long term. Yeah, that's Mac stuff is the Camelback. That's their just spring ride stuff. Yeah, you know, Marco, I mean, I'm just saying I probably wouldn't have bought as much stuff as I did, but other than that, I really have no regrets. I mean, I think I've done a pretty good job. I mean, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. I mean, I've made some mistakes, but you know, there hasn't been any that I haven't fucking, you know, haven't figured out, you know. Yeah, I haven't been on the tool truck in 6 months, to be honest with you. I haven't even bought anything from him in 6 months because I got so much stuff. I don't need anything. Yeah, I would say that you do need some luck. You need some luck, but you also, I'm not a firm believer in like everything is lucky. Sometimes you got to make your own luck in the decisions you make, and that will help you. Well, I did have two trucks, and I don't have a $500,000 in tools. I probably have 200 grand in tools, but uh, now I have 7 trucks, so it's probably it's it's good. I have a series coming up, and we're talking about tools you need for a dump truck business. You know what I'm saying? And kind of what stages you need to buy stuff in. I think that would be a excellent stuff. You know, I think you guys will learn a lot from it. Yeah, I mean, Marco, you're right. Luck comes, luck comes in a little bit, but I'm a firm believer in making your own luck. Yeah, I'm kind of going to break it down into stages. So I've shot stage 1. Next weekend, I'm going to do part 2. That's like a little bit more advanced stuff. And then stuff that you can get into when you really get rocking and rolling, and kind of teach you how to infrastructure stuff, when to buy it, look around for the best price. You don't need all snap-on stuff. I'm kind of, I'm just kind of used to that type of tool, so that's what I bought. I'm not saying you guys got to buy that stuff. I show a lot of different stuff, and fucking how to set yourself up for success, not in 1 year or 2 years, but 3 or 4 years down the road when you are ready to expand. You want to have less overhead then. Yeah, well, I don't have a swimming pool, but that is true, Michael Jones. A lot of guys that start dump trunk businesses make mistakes, and the money starts coming in, and they buy boats and get a new girlfriend with big fake tits that is boating, and then she spends all your money, and whoop, whop, whop, you're out of business. Here's what you got to think. When you have dump trucks, when I first started out, I had no payments on 2 dump trucks. So I bought stuff to, when you have payments on dump trucks, you don't have to buy $5,000 or $6,000 worth of shit a month to work on your shit. You kind of already have all that stuff done. You're just worried about fucking the payments and the insurance and the fucking fuel bill. The way that I kind of thought about it. No, I bought it straight right away. I've heard that I heard that Shelley is a good company. Yeah, some guys want to buy trucks. I bought shit to fix stuff because that's what I knew. And I'll buy trucks later. I wanted to be well established before you go out and buy a bunch of trucks. I like to be high up on the call list before you buy a bunch of trucks, because then you're stuck with payments and shit, nowhere to go if you're low on the list. So you got to work yourself into a position to be high on the fucking dispatcher's call list, and before you start shoving a whole bunch of fucking trucks down their throat. That's just a fucking theory that I have, and it's fucking worked. Yeah, what is it? $2 million policy to work for their shit. My first dump truck was the Turdling. It's the first one. Yeah, 2 million is what I have. Yeah, Andrew, well, you don't buy tools if you know you're not going to make, you don't spend 20 grand or 10 grand on tools and then fucking work at a shop that doesn't have that much work. That's called your fault, bro. It's not called anybody's fault. Oh, that's not bad. 727 bucks. You know what I'm saying? We burn more than that around here. Well, $50 a week ain't bad. But I'm just saying, you got to know what you got to strategize. I don't think Hendrick suspension sucks for dump trucks. I like it. It's rugged. You know what I'm saying? It's rugged. It doesn't break. That's what you need. Air ride is not the best. For driving down the road in a fucking tractor, yes. Dump truck, I would not do air ride. That's not bad. Blake, that's what Barrett is here in this city. Barrett, I think Shelley, the parent company that owns Shelley, I think owns Barrett here in Cincinnati, and that's the standard insurance policy. I've not seen the new way air ride, but I'm not buying an air ride dump truck. No. No, these dummy-os can't figure out how to put it in reverse. Now you want them to fucking, you know what I'm saying, drop the suspension when they get in a paver? Yeah, they'll flip that fucker over. You got to keep it simple, stupid. You know? Maybe I could have that because I would know how it works. You could tell these dummy-os till they're blue in the face. It ain't gonna fucking make any, it ain't gonna make a bit of difference. Yeah, Midwest Cat, that's pretty good money for a tandem, but, you know, when you get paid. Yeah, they can barely tie their own shoes, and now you want them to dump an air ride valve. They can't even remember to turn the PTO off after they leave the paver. You think that they're gonna remember to fucking lift up the fucking air ride again? Jesus fucking Christ. Be riding around on the fucking bottom. Yeah, I like rubber block. It's stable. Be done with it. Yeah, that's pretty good money in St. Louis. Fuck. Yeah, the PTO does. It kicks off at 5 mile an hour. No, there's a light on in the dash, but it kicks off at like 5 mile an hour. But sometimes you come back and the fucking thing is still switched. It's fucking fucked up. Yeah, whatever, Fuzzy. Do I plan to get smaller? No. Why would I why would I get smaller? My back feels fine after an 8-hour drive. 8 hours that'd be a fucking easy day. We don't run them too hard around here, you know. Why would you plan to get smaller? No, smaller trucks? Hell fucking no. Hell fucking no. I mean, I might buy a quad in the future or something like that to do like dirt work or something with it, but other than that, I like 6-axle stuff. Oh yeah, Terry F. I want my 7-axle is fucking big fucking money. We get in the mid $80 a range around here. Uh, you know, my Ryobi is holding out good. Yeah, no, hey Blake, they're all like that. You can only rev them up. It's on the speed sensor of the transmission. It'll only go to 1500 RPM to run the PTO up. Well, 6-axles are pretty much standard around here. You don't want, 7-axles are pretty rare. 7-axle asphalt trucks are pretty rare, and you hardly ever see a 7-axle with a steel bed on it. But I've only seen one other one with a steel bed on it. But I'm gonna put I bought a steel bed. Most guys that run 7s run gravel a lot, but I don't like aluminum beds, so I'm not buying one of those ever again. You'll just have to wait and see on the video. Not gonna say too much about it. Yeah, 7-axle mafia, dude, come rolling in the streets. Yeah, Aaron, that's probably about right. We only run 9, maybe 10 months out of the year around here. It's in the mid 80s. You make it, you know. It is what it is, you know. Every year we get raises though, because everybody bitches. I think that dump trucks should make well over $100 an hour. I think it's well worth it, but nobody wants to fucking do that. No, I wouldn't buy a twin steer truck. It weighs too much. I'm gonna haul salt this all season. Maybe do some dirt work. They got a big job starting here in the city. They got a big job starting here in the city, so we're gonna see if we can get a couple trucks on that dirt contract all year. Yeah, dump truck owners don't stick together. That's the problem. Yeah, that's about what my drivers make. No, 6-axle, 103, no. You can make that some days hauling gravel if they put if you put a tonnage rate on it. I've done that. Yeah, that's where the guy with the dirt work needs to go. Well, Kenworth, congratulations. You've been in business for 15 years. How many trucks do you own? Have you been doing it 15 years? it depends. We don't get to pick what the rate is. Like, we don't get to pick, like, if it's tonnage. So you've been in business 15 years and you only got one. Why haven't you got any more? Because at that rate, you know, you should be up pretty good. I got a good driver. I got a couple of them. Actually, I hired this dude that was in the military. He's going to start Monday. I bet he's going to be a good one. Yeah, the 7 axles are too big to get into some jobs. I usually do a lot of state work, so that's how I do it. Yeah, I pay my drivers. How hard is it for a driver to get a loan to go start his business? Pretty difficult if you go to a regular bank, but there's ways around it. You know, if you own your house, you can put that up for collateral. You can do a lot of different shit. Yeah. Ooh. T-shirts. Yeah, whenever I get time, I'm gonna sell what's left uh, of the stuff. Dude, you gotta understand, I don't have time to fuck around with a lot of shit right now. I do have stickers for sale if anybody wants those. I do got these. You get both of them for $6. You just PayPal me. So you get this one and this sticker for $6. Just PayPal me. I got two mail things that need to go out now, but you know, you just PayPal. The link's in the description of every video. Just PayPal me, put your address, and say I want stickers. There's also a community post about it, but I probably need to make a video and just put that in there. Yeah, no, banks don't like to give you loans, I can tell you that. No, I don't pay my drivers $10.99. They're paid with a real check. Fuck that. Well, if you got $79,000 in cash, you want to buy you a truck for about 50 grand and still there. Well, it depends how much I make. You know, I mean, what I pay myself and what stays in the business account is two totally different things. Just know that I profit about what one truck makes a week per truck, per month. So let's just say a truck made 4 grand. Well, take 4 times 7 and, you know, figure that out. Yeah, a lot of guys don't have patience to deal with drivers. I kind of got over that real fast. You know, just part of it. You know, how big do you want to get and how many problems you want to have? Yeah, do the math. 4 times 7. What is that? That's about approximately what you're going to profit. It's about 1 week's salary. 1 week what the truck makes. You know, might be a little bit less some weeks, just depending on how fucking bad everybody tears shit up. But it's usually about 1 week pays the driver for the month, 1 week pays the fuel for the month, 1 week pays the insurance and all that shit, and you know, half the other week pays the miscellaneous stuff. Then you add on to there. You know, now you have to remember I run my trucks day and night. So think about it. You make $4,000 during the day. You make about 3,200 gross at night. That's $7,000 a week per truck. See? All right. You figure it out times 7. That's 49, 50 grand a week. You times that by 4.3, that's 210,000. All right, and you're gonna spend about 75% of that on expenses, or you hope it's a little bit less, but it's 70 to 75% in expenses, and you get about 30. So out of that 30% that you're saving every month, you got to make it 3 months where your income gets drastically cut in half. So you go from 50 grand a fucking week to about 20 grand a week with all the trucks, and there you are. So when you add it up like that, yeah, the expenses will get better as it goes. Because you won't need as much all this stuff. Yeah, I offer health insurance for my drivers. It costs, the 3 that take it, it costs me $1,200 a month. And then I think it's $200 a week that they put in that comes off of there. You know what I'm saying? Well, you have less, you know. No, the insurance, I'm on my wife's. I'm on my wife's insurance. So I don't have to worry about me. I mean, those are just average numbers. Well, just because trucks have a warranty, that doesn't, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean it's worth a fuck. You know what I'm saying? No, my loans aren't killing me. You know what I'm saying? I know what it is. Just know this, all my payments are less than what a truck makes a week. Okay? So I only need to work 3 days a week to fucking pay my bills. That's it. Everything else is a bonus. So you guys can sit here and you can fucking think that I'm fucking stupid, but you know, just because I don't tell you everything doesn't mean I don't know what everything is. You know. Well, I don't know what it is for a whole year because we kind of added trucks throughout the year. So we need 1 year to really base on what we can do moving forward. You know, I'm just saying, like, you got to think about all that shit. Like, so this, we're only going to get 4 months out of these other 2 new ones. So we're going to see what that is when we get everything going. And I still have one driver that I hired that is not going to start till the end of the month. So my truck's not going to be here till the end of the month, so it's not killing me. And then I have one guy that I moved to day shift. He wants to go back to nights. I was like, I don't know why he wants to do that, but that's what he wants. So whatever. Yeah, there you go. You know, so I still got to find another day shift guy, but I think that'll be easier than nights. I don't know why this guy wants to go back on nights. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it is less traffic. I don't know what it is. He's like, man, I was like, hey, I'm thinking about, putting you back on nights. He's like, yes, I was going to ask you Monday if I could go back on nights. He's like, man, day shift is fucking, oh, I was like, Jesus Christ. So I was like, all right, well, whatever you want. You know, this guy he's got the right attitude. His name is Jason. All he cares about is that he has a job. That's, all that he cares about. He goes, I don't care what day I work. As long as I have a job, I'm fine. I don't care. I was like, well, fuck, man, this guy's got the right attitude. That is true, Michael Jones. I handle a lot of money. It just kind of passes through my account. You know what I'm saying? It kind of, like, oh, it's in there, but it's gone. Like, you think you have money till the next Monday comes and all your automatic bill pays come out that you set up to come out on that Monday, and then you have no money. And then you're like, fuck. You're like, how in the hell does it go this fast? Don't get it. No, my drivers aren't limited on hours, but, Nick, the workhorse around here, he'll put in 55 to 60 hours a week. The night shift guys are 32 to 48 on night shift, and everybody else is about 40 to 50. Just depends. Like, we've never worked to where we'd run out of hours. But it is true when do I have to get a permit? Like, I know, Carson. I know. I'm waiting for 71 to start. I already told him I'm going to give him 3 fucking trucks on night shift out there. And these guys are going to be fucking begging for a day off on nights. But I already told him our truck's got to leave at 6 in the morning because the trucks work day shift. So I don't think they're going to be able to work till that 10 o'clock in the morning because everybody out there is going to go, they're going to double shift those trucks, from my experience. That's my theory. But we'll see. Michael Jones hit the nail on the head right there. You're like, man, I made $100,000 this week. Yeah, I know you guys want, I heard 70,000 tons before the snow flies. So, they better take Shannon Jordan and or is it going to be Conley and Charlie out there grinding at night. I don't know what crew they're going to put on there. It might be, are they going to put Latham on it? I figured Shannon's been on nights all year, so they're going to move him back to days and put Conley on it. It's going to be Jordan and Charlie. Oh yeah, then there's gonna be a lot of hours there. Fucking Charlie over fucking achieving, you know. We only want to put down 2,100. This fucker wants to grind up 4,000. You know, they better have 2 mills if you want to put some asphalt down. They better. Are they going to run 2 mills? How long? I get, like I told you, it's 2 weeks. I get paid on the 14th and the. They're paving 71. I think. Are they? I heard it's from the Warren County line to the Clinton County line. Aaron, yeah, it's yes, Aaron. Go talk to somebody. I work for 2 companies. Well, I work for 3. I work for Valley Asphalt or JRJ. I work for Barrett, and I work for Rack and Ballar. That's what companies I work for. But I'm excited about this night shift. When I heard, I got told 3 days before I bought these trucks that night shift was coming, and I asked for 3 trucks. And he said, not a problem. So that's going to be awesome. Yeah, are they going to do that at night or do that during the day? Ooh, August 20th. Nice. See, we got a bunch of work coming up. That's why I know what I'm doing. A little of both. Sweet. I've been following around Conley all year. I like Conley. You know, he did get mad at me and he said, Carson, here's what we're doing. The next time I'm with Conley, I'm bringing my video camera and I'm going to try to interview Darren on how to stay in the paver properly. So I'm going to, you know, just complete fuck with him because he came up to me because I rolled out of the paver the other day. And I just fucking laughed at him. And he came up, he's like, shoot a video on how to stay in a paver. So we are going to do that because I think Conley, it'll be funny. Not really a business attorney. Talk to an accountant. My accountant does a lot of stuff. So I talked to one accountant. He was kind of a dickhead, so I didn't go with him. I went with somebody else. But I would recommend talking to a couple people and talk to an attorney on how to file your LLC and stuff like that. If you're up in Columbus, that's where the Sterling is. So that's where it is. Yeah, the Sterling went to Columbus. That's where it is. I think it's been running every day. August 20th. I don't know if they own Oldcastle. I don't know. Barrett is owned by a company out of France. They're like a conglomerate. They got a fucking whole bunch of paving companies. No, I've never seen that company doing milling. Dude, that's going to be sweet. They got a big job on 32, big night job. It's going to kick ass. Yeah, third biggest in the world. Yeah, Barrett's a good company to work for. I like working for them. So that won't be too bad. At least there's a lot of work to finish the year out. I shot and edited one today. It'll be out in a week or so. Shit hooks need not to fly. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm excited to have the new trucks. We'll see how they go, you know. These are pretty cool. You know, these are ones that I spec'd. Uh, so they're a lot different than a stock truck. What am I editing with? I use Final Cut Pro 10. Michael Jones, I am not one of these guys that thinks you need to over edit a fucking tool video. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it needs to be, we're not, you know, I am not Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, Michael Bay. I don't want to be that person. All right, see you later, Carson. I'll see you out there. Uh, you know, I think keep it simple, stupid. I have a style that kind of works and everybody seems to like it. I tweak it to try to make it a little bit better. But other than that, the Final Cut Pro 10 works. I feel like it's great. You know, like nobody tunes in to see an over edited tool video. Okay? Where it's 4 minutes of fucking intro, 4 minutes of fucking outro of fucking some stupid fucking thing that nobody gives a fuck about, and 2 minutes talking about some shit fucking thing that you got. No, it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Keep it simple, stupid. Short, to the point, talk about the benefits and features, move the fuck on. I have worked by the ton. I prefer hourly a little bit better. I prefer the ton. Sometimes it depends on how hungry you are. Yeah, I'm sure you know a lot of people that do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I've not seen that video, Kyle, but I've seen these guys. They're fucking like, you know, dude, it that is not gonna gain you any fucking more viewership. Look at the guys that have millions of subscribers. Do they have a fucking 4 minute intro of like fucking flashcards? Fucking no. Okay? To the fucking point. No, I'm not going to do anything special. I mean, it's going to be my truck, so you know, it is what it is. But I'm just saying, like, Jesus Christ. You know, like people say, here's my philosophy on YouTube, all right? I've made it to 26,000 subscribers, and I've never made a fucking thumbnail. Now, do I think thumbnails are important? No. Okay? I believe in pick the thumbnails that they give you of something actually in the fucking video and leave it up to the people if they want to watch the video or not. You don't need this really complicated fucking thumbnail. I'm going to tell you right now, I have never clicked on a video because of a fucking thumbnail. Never. Okay? Never done it. The new trucks are like $21,000 a piece for insurance. It's fucking outrageous. We haul salt. That's what we do in the winter. The colors have never attracted me to fucking now what? Hold on. I will give you two exceptions that made me click on just some videos, and I'll talk about those here in a minute. But, all right, here's the, okay, what was I going to say here? Okay, so the colors never attracted me. Now, there is two fucking channels that have been pretty exciting. One was Florida Babes Travel. That chick Caroline has got some huge ass titties, and I am a sucker for some big old boobies. Okay, if I see some big old boobies, I will click on that video. But it said Florida Babes Travel. Okay, so I kind of get what she was going at. You know, they went fucking canoeing and all that shit. All right. Now the next video, I know nothing about this. Okay, Hard Knocks Forge told me about this channel. And I'm going to tell you right now, all her thumbnails are pictures of what's in the fucking video. And that is Vicky Sparks. Okay, this bitch goes fishing in some of the world's greatest bikinis. Okay, her face is not bad looking. I'm going to give it a 7. Her body is about a 30. Her ass is unfucking believable. I don't even like fishing, but I've caught myself watching her videos. Okay, like I am into Vicky Sparks fishing. I don't know what it is, but I'm into it. You know, like you're bow fishing today. I don't really just get to the point of, you know what I'm saying? And she's fucking kind of cool because she starts out fully clothed, and then through the 15-20 minute video, shirts come off, all the shit. She does have thigh gap, yes, Fuzzy. Vicky Sparks, check the channel out. All right. No, that's 21,000 for one. The Western Star is like 11 grand, and all the new ones are 21,000 a year. Yeah, thigh gap. I'm just saying. Vicky Sparks Fishing, great channel. And then if you click on, there is another girl that does similar things. She's got a body too that's amazing. But if you guys are into fishing videos, just saying, worth your while to check out. Worth your while. All right? It's a good one. But Florida Babes Travel, I like that one. Hold on here. I'll grab that in a second. Yeah. Check out Florida Babes Travel and Vicky Sparks Fishing. Okay? You're going to be into fishing all of a sudden. You're going to be like, you know what? I'm a fisherman. I will go deep sea fishing. Not a problem. No, I don't think I'm going to put a train horn on it. Maybe not right away, but I probably will later. I'm just saying, this Vicky Sparks chick has one of the greatest asses I've ever fucking seen. So this is this break video. You get it at BZ Products. Okay. So this is that brake tool that George told me about. It's called PB Products.biz, and they only sell one of these. You know what I'm saying? So this is just a thing. This thing actually works pretty good. I like this. So, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, Fuzzy, you might get banned for sexual harassment. I mean, but, yeah, Ken, thank you for putting it in the chat. Guys, go check out the channel. Great channel. Maybe eventually I would hire my own mechanic. I have a guy that comes and helps me. He greases all the trucks while I do other stuff. But, you know, we're fine with that. Bikini bow fishing. Yes. Great ass. She's got fake tits. I love it. I love everything about her. She is built like a brick shit house, you know. I don't know how in the fuck these fucking guys, you know, I don't know. I don't know how. I couldn't even be on. I'd be like, Jesus Christ. They'd be like, Justin, you want to go fishing today? Fuck yeah, come on. Get on the boat, you know, half rate. Jim is doing great. I would hire Jim, but he's happy where he's at. Okay, any other YouTube channels similar to mine? I have not found any channels similar to mine. There's not been a lot of guys talking about the dump truck stuff. There's not been a lot of guys that have kind of, you know, done kind of the, yeah, Brian's kind of similar. You know, there's not been kind of a little bit. Like, there is a guy that, he owns a trucking business in Columbus. His name is J-Bo. And I've been talking to him because I get flooded with emails about fucking trucking business questions. So me and him have been talking about doing like a personal Google Hangout with the people that email me questions and answering their questions for like a half an hour. Kind of like a mastermind group. The reason I picked him is because he is a lot more conservative than I am, and I'm a lot more aggressive. So we can kind of answer both questions. He deals with a broker. I deal with direct companies. It's just a little bit of stuff. I thought it might help people that were interested. So if you guys want to, you know, talk about like the trucking business, and I don't answer your question, or you have further questions, email me, and I'm working on setting up this fucking, what I'm going to call like the mastermind group. I don't know what I'm going to really call it, but it's just going to be like, you can, you know, kind of ask us questions and fucking figure out, you know, kind of all this stuff. Because, yeah, master dumpers. I'm not no master dumper, okay? I've made a lot of mistakes, but, you know, I could share my experience, you know, like how to get insurance and fucking, I just don't like writing emails out. So I feel better if I could do like a Google Hangout where I just fucking email you, you know, to the Google Hangouts. It's really easy to talk in that type of system and, you know, find out how serious you are. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to help people because, you know, I want people to, you know, realize what all this shit is, but realize this is a lot of work. This is not a fucking game, okay? And if you have to decide how fucking serious you are before you jump into this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want to be a one-man band, or do you want to be a multiple truck owner fleet? That's really what you have to fucking decide. Yeah, Aaron. Well, just email me at, you know, at my email address that's linked to the channel, and we're working on it slowly. Like, we talked about doing a fucking, you know, fucking kind of an introduction video with me and him once we got time to do it. But, you know, it's kind of about trying to point people in the right direction so they don't get too fucked up. And then if they have problems during the way, like working on their trucks or doing that type of stuff, I can answer a lot of some of the questions. Or if not, I will find out the answer. Yeah, there's not a lot of channels like mine. I think that's why it's been kind of successful, I feel, is because I've done it in an entertaining way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've kind of showed you a lot of different shit and all that stuff. What's up, Yakin? No, I don't really have any funny moments. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd rather share the mistakes that I've made so somebody else doesn't make them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've made some. You know, I'm sure everybody in business has made some mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Either by A, overextending yourself, or thinking you're a big shot and running off at your mouth, and then you got to sit home for a fucking 2 weeks while they punish you. You know what I'm saying? Where you learn your lesson not to say anything ever again. Just take it on the chin and go on with it. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, how to hire people, how to, what's the best place to get employees, which I found a pretty good website. Yeah, there's a lot of competitors. There's a lot of competitors here. There's a whole bunch of big trucking companies around me, especially dump truck stuff. There's a guy in the city that's got 40. There's another guy that's got 12. One dude's got 20 I know of. There's a whole bunch of dude with 7 and 8 of them. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there with them. So when I was a one truck to single truck fleet, I was small fish, man. I was down here. But now that you start getting your numbers up, and they can rely on you. That's why I kind of talked about, you know, you can buy multiple trucks to start out, but it's better to kind of start out and then get yourself. Why in the fuck is somebody calling me? Jesus Christ, we have some fucking. Why don't paving companies have their own trucks? Okay, some smaller paving companies they have their own trucks. But think about, let's just say, John R. or Jurgensen, okay? Some days during the year, they run 150 trucks during the day, and they run 150 trucks at night. Okay, so they're using 300 trucks a day. Okay, their average daily truck count is 75. If you had to have 75 trucks at 200 grand and 150 drivers that were fucking union, all making $34 an hour, do you see how expensive that would fucking be? It would be fucking outrageous. So I think that's one reason they don't do it. That's just my opinion. But I really don't know the reason. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know the total fucking reason. But if I had to guess, why in the fuck is somebody calling me? If you don't leave a message, I'm not calling you back. I'm just saying, like when you, that would be the reason that I think that they don't do it. Because that would be fucking expensive. You know what I'm saying? That would be outrageous. It would probably cut into their bottom line. No, it's not him. Like I said, if they don't leave a message, I'm not answering. Yeah, they've called like 9 times. I'm sure it's probably like Rich V or some other dummy-o that I don't feel like talking to. But, it gets expensive running these things. Think how many tires you got to have. No, I'm in a truck every day. I've been in a truck every day for a month, and actually, it's worked out pretty good, to be honest with you. I probably need to stay in a truck for a while. Well, you wouldn't want to fill a semi truck with nitrogen because you can't mix air and nitrogen together. Nitrogen tires control temperature. So, why they do, like all race cars, like Formula One, Indy cars, NASCAR, they all use nitrogen as the air system. Now, the reason they do that is because it doesn't expand. It doesn't expand with heat. Regular compressed air will, like if you check your tires at 120 cold in the morning and they're at 120, drive the truck around for like 3 hours and then check your tire pressure. I bet it'll be 127, 130. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. Yeah, it would change the tire pressure. And when, you know what I'm saying, when you have like a really high end sports car, okay, like the sidewall of the tire pressure is very important to spring rate. So, like when you're racing a car, the more tire pressure you have, the more you increase the spring rate. So, like you always hear, like the NASCAR guys, like go down a quarter pound of tire pressure. Well, you don't really see that quarter pound varies much, but over a long run, that might turn into 1 pound, even with nitrogen, a 1 pound growth. Now, about 1 pound of air pressure equals 25 pound of spring rate. So, you know what I'm saying? You have to factor in all that type of shit, I mean, to figure it all out. Yeah, no, it would not be feasible because, like I said again, you can't mix air and nitrogen together. So if you fucking had air in there and your tires start going low, then you got to find a place with nitrogen. And the nitrogen fill your tires are expensive. Do you know how much volume a 4 1/4 float tire takes filled with fucking nitrogen? God damn, it would probably be $50 to fucking fill that with nitrogen. Because it would probably be two tall nitrogen gas bottles if I had to guess to get 120 pounds out of it. Because just by the volume. So the best way to do it is compressed air. Like a lot of guys that blow tires is that okay, when your tires aren't inflated to the proper air pressure, the tire builds more heat. And the more heat you got, the more rolling resistance is fucking that creates heat. That's what destroys the tire. You know what I'm saying? So when you have low tire pressure, okay, it builds more heat because they fucking it's has more ground rolling resistance. And you got to think that thing gets hotter than fuck. It's got brakes on it, so it's gotten, you applying the brakes, the heat is absorbing into that tire. I mean, it's a lot when you start factoring out all that type of stuff. No, I mean, Joseph, I would not run nitrogen in any tire. It'd be fucking, goddamn, to fill tires, it might be a couple $100. That's too much. Well, recaps do that. Yeah, Chris, you're right. Yeah, but it builds more heat. That's what you blow tires from, heat. Like back when we were drag racing, we had a truck that if you ran the thing over 75 mile an hour, it'd blow tires out all the time. Under 75 mile an hour, you can keep tires on it. Over 75 mile an hour, because it would blow the inner tire every fucking time because it couldn't get air into it. So the tire would get too hot and it would just be a fucking disaster. You know. So sometimes when drivers say, "Oh, I blew a tire," well, it's either because A, they didn't check the tire pressure, or B, that they're running too fast. Just kind of similar stuff. you know, it is what it is. Let's see if we can bend this back out. Straight. Yeah, if you sit when, if you, run 3 or 4 hours and then you stop and slow the truck down and let it cool off for a little bit, you'll never blow tires. You are correct. Yes, I do my own tire work. I mount all my own tires. Enzo is doing great. I'm going to go home, get a shower, and then I'm going to play with him for a little bit till we eat dinner. Do I repair them? No, I'll send it out to get repaired, but I'll put plugs and stuff in them, unless it's a steer tire, No, I sent it to the dealership because I thought there would be an incident report on that, but I was wrong. So I'm on my own on that one. So, but it didn't matter because fucking you can't get no parts for this thing anyway. It's a pain in the ass. No, I don't balance tires. If you buy good, high-quality tires, you really don't need to balance them. You could, but it doesn't really do anything. I haven't noticed a difference between balanced semi-tires and unbalanced semi-tires, to be honest with you. You would need a big-ass fucking machine, I can tell you that. Yeah, 14 ply. I run 16 ply sidewalls. And steered or front float tires are 20 ply. I run 16 ply stuff. No, this week I didn't have time to repair anything. I probably should have repaired that brake stuff, but I didn't have time to do it. When I'm driving the truck every day, and then I'd have to come in here and work on it all night. Then I had the Western Star that needed a clutch put in it. I didn't have enough time. The hood, I got an estimate. I send it off. I sent it to the right person. I have not heard anything. It is what it is. Oh, yeah, thanks, Marco. The conveyor belt mud flap is the only way to go. You will rip a lot of those shitty fucking, like Napa ones or whatever. You'll rip a shit ton of those off, okay, before you really got to jerk on it before, it fucking pulls that conveyor belt out. Yeah, I like balancing them, I don't know what it would do. I buy the conveyor belt from McMaster Car. Is where I buy it. I got this new stuff coming that I want to try because the temperature rating is 20 degrees hotter. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they'll curl as much, and they're also a little bit thicker. So I'm interested to try these. The disc brakes, money. I recommend them. That's worth the upgrade. First of all, I've been watching this guy, Indiana State DOT guy. Have you seen this fucking guy? He does videos about like what the DOT is looking for. So he shows you like broken shit and says, oh, this is out of service, or no, this is not. He's on Facebook. It's called Indiana, it's Officer Hoyer. He's kind of like a fat guy, but he's pretty cool. I was just using it to learn, and he has not showed a truck on there with disc brakes. I I know the DOT guys, if they said if you show up with diff brakes, they don't even look at your braking system. Don't even look at it because there's really nothing. It's that nice. Yes, I just have it on the steers. The lift axles still use drum and shoes, but they're real small. They don't really look at those too much because they know it's an auxiliary axle. They look at the main three braking systems. You can get disc brakes on a 13.2 lift axle. It's a lot more money and 50 pounds heavier than the brakes and shoes and stuff like that. But, you know, I didn't think it was worth the money on there because that's something you would never replace. Maybe if they could make them smaller, you know, that would be one thing. But I should do a video about the disc brakes. Yeah, you want to keep your weight low. I like the Cummins, the older Cat stuff, the 2WS 6NZ line. I would have those again, but I didn't buy gliders. The Cummins, I like the best out of the newer engines. So the Packard, the Mack Volvo, the fucking Detroit, and I like the Cummins stuff a lot better. Yeah, the Corys are hard to get the conveyor belt out. Then you got to go up there, get it, cut it, bring it home, and modify it. This stuff, I get 24 inches wide by however long it is, and it works pretty good. But this stuff is 3.75 thick instead of 330. So it's 45 thousandths thicker. So, I mean, it's 3/8 belt, so it should be pretty stick. I live in Ohio. Yeah, Volvo bought Mack out a couple years ago. So that Mack engine is just a Volvo engine, really is all it is. It's the same shit. Yes, I like to run floats on a dump truck. It spreads out the load, especially if you're off-road a lot. I like a float tire. Okay, it doesn't ride as good. Think about it. You don't want to, if you're off-road and you're in soft ground conditions, you don't want pizza cutters on there. You want a spatula. So it, you know, it evens out the ground pressure. Yeah, weight distribution. Yes, you think about it as a pizza cutter. You know, I'm a fan of tall tires. I like a 22. I like a 24.5. You know, drive tire. Well, also it changes the, uh, you know, they carry a little bit more weight, and it just changes your gear ratio a little bit. So, like, I have 391 gears in these new trucks. Well, with a 24.5 tire, that knocks it down to about a 373, 375, somewhere in there. You know, so it's a little bit better. Yeah, there is a limit on. Yeah, there is a limit on how long the asphalt can stay in there before it kind of sets up. So, kind of no big deal. Why do my trucks have so many axles? That's because of what state I am. They recognize the axles. So you have to do that to get the weight on. If not, if you were running around here with a tandem with 25 ton on it, you would be a fucking sitting duck. Nope, I've never had a truck get stuck in traffic for a couple hours. I have sat on a job for 2 hours before waiting to get the asphalt off. If the paver broke or something like that, you know, that would be good. That would be not, you know, it will come out, but it'll take a little bit. But I've had full trucks of asphalt break down with full loads of asphalt on them, and I fucking, you know, just drug them around with a tow truck to raise the bed. I mean, it made all kinds of racket, but I had to get that asphalt out of there. But anyway, it's 4:30. I want to get ready and go home. I've been on here an hour and 1 minute. So I think that's enough for this Sunday. You know, I'd like to go home and eat some dinner. I haven't ate anything all day today. And that type of stuff. But like always, guys, thanks for watching. You guys take care. You know, I'm still surprised that we almost have. Yeah, I got to get a better title. I don't know what I don't know what I'm going to call it. I run out of what I should call these fucking things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know what I don't even know. I'm not a great title maker. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not my, it's not my strong suit, Marco. You know. So, it really don't matter. But still shocks and amazes me that we have 200 people that watch these things on a Sunday afternoon. Shocking to me, but whatever. But like always, thanks for watching, guys, and I gotta fucking go.